What up, world? It's We're 18 back at it again. Welcome to episode 97. Thank you to those watching me for the first time. Hope you liked the video. Maybe you go back and watch my other ones. You might find something you like. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I would truly appreciate that. Thank you to those who's been with me since the beginning. I truly appreciate you guys for sticking around, watching my content, liking my videos, and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Continue to do so. I'll continue to put out some quality stuff, I guess. Like I said, this is episode 97. Today's episode is going to be me talking about toys, like toys that I grew up with, some that I wanted and some that I never got. So with that being said, the first toy I'm going to talk about, most of the toys that I'm talking about came out in like the 80s and early 90s. So a lot of kids probably aren't interested in this topic, but there's been some real cool toys. I still play. I don't play with toys, but I like to see my kids playing with toys, and see what new stuff came out. So the first toy I'm going to talk about is the Rubik's Cube. I had one. I don't even know how we got it. It just appeared in the house someday. But I had one, and I could never figure out how to finish it at all. Like, I tried everything. I ended up cheating and pulling the stickers out and putting them on, putting them in the right places. That's the only way I could ever finish one. Even as an adult, I can't do one. I remember I saw the movie with Will Smith where he was going to be a stockbroker, and he put that thing together. He put a Rubik's Cube together in like 2 minutes, and they said that scene he actually practiced, and it was all practical. He did it himself. He actually practiced for like days to learn how to do one, and he was good at it. And I actually saw this, I think it was on Netflix. There was a special on, they have like a competition for the fastest people that can put together a Rubik's Cube. They got like doing it blindfolded and a bunch of stuff. It's a real good thing if you haven't seen it. Watch it on, I believe it's on Netflix. That's what I think I saw it on. But the Rubik's Cube was one of the funnest toys I had growing up. And I really liked it. The next toy I'm going to talk about is the Masters of the Universe toys. Masters of the Universe was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. It was fantastic. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. They even had She-Ra, which was a spinoff, which is He-Man's sister. But they had so many toys, and I never had any He-Man toys. I don't remember ever having a He-Man toy growing up. As much as I want one, I guess they were too expensive. I remember they had the Castle Grayskull. They had all of the bad guys. They had his lion. I can't remember his name. Of course, they had He-Man. And then when the She-Ra came out, they had that line of toys too. But I never had it, which highly disappoints me as a kid. Like I said, I love that cartoon, but that's one of the toys that I never had that I wanted. The next toy is gonna be the Transformers toys. Transformers was big in the early 80s and into the 90s. And I actually had some Transformers toys. I think they were inexpensive, which is why I had them. I never had an Optimus Prime, but I had the smaller ones. I didn't have all the excessive stuff that came out, but I had my fair share of Transformers toys, which I loved, of course. I would actually play with that stuff as an adult too. I remember I bought my oldest son, some Transformers, and I was playing with it when he was young enough to play with toys. So Transformers was always a staple in my house. I love Transformers. I love the toys, and yeah, that was one of the toys that I actually had as a kid. The next toy is, of course, Ninja Turtles. I had a bunch of Ninja Turtles toys. I had Leonardo. I remember I had a Donatello, and I had a Raphael, and I actually had all four of them. And I had a Bebop. I never had Shredder, and I think I had Krang, and I think I had Rocksteady too. I didn't have the Turtle Van or none of that stuff, none of the extra stuff. I wanted one, or the Metrodome. I think that's what it's called. That Krang and Shredder was in or whatever. I know that was probably super expensive, which is one of the reasons why I didn't have one. But I remember I bought my oldest son again. I bought him a Ninja Turtles because he was in Ninja Turtles for a while. I bought him a Ninja Turtle van, and I was playing with it a lot of times too. But I love the Ninja Turtles growing up. I love the cartoons, and thinking about it now, I did have a fair share of Ninja Turtle toys. I even had the Ninja Turtle game too, the first one. and the second one. But the first one was a staple. It was a fantastic. It wasn't a fantastic game, but it was a fun game to play at the time. The next toy, of course, I had a Nintendo. We had a Nintendo, not right when it came out, but a couple years after it came out, and that was my go-to toy from the time I had it. I didn't even. I don't even think I played with like toys really anymore once I got the Nintendo because it was all immersive and it was a new thing at the time. So definitely had a Nintendo. I had a bunch of games because sometimes the games were like they would have it at this place we call Woolworths for like $20. They would have Nintendo games for like $20. So my mom would every now and then give me a Nintendo game. I remember one day I was at home. She was like, I went to Woolworth and got you a couple games, and she got me Zelda 1 and 2, not knowing what it was. She just said she liked the the gold cartridge or whatever, not knowing that this was one of the greatest games. That would be one of the greatest games ever made in the history of video games or whatever. But my mom got me Zelda 1 and 2, and I've been a fan of Zelda since then or whatever. But definitely had a Nintendo. And I still have Nintendo products to this day. I got the Switch, and I'll probably get the Switch 2 when it comes out. The only Nintendo system I didn't have since Nintendo's been around was the GameCube. That's the only one I skipped on. But every other Nintendo console I've pretty much had. The next toy I didn't have was Thundercats. I never had a Thundercats toy. I didn't have no what's his name? Leonidas? Leo? Or whatever his name was. I didn't have none of the Thundercats toys. I actually loved that cartoon. I actually loved the newer cartoon when it came out a couple years ago. Not the cartoony one, the more serious one. That was a great cartoon. They had a toy line with that too, but I didn't buy none of the toys. But I always wanted those Thundercat toys. They were so nice. They had the tank or whatever. They had the Thundercats place or whatever, and all the toys. And I never had any of those toys. Maybe they were too expensive, but I always wanted some and didn't have them. The last toy that I'm going to talk about, G.I. Joe. We had a bunch of G.I. Joe toys because they were super inexpensive. I remember I think I had a Cobra Commander. I think I had a Duke. I had a couple vehicles. I had a couple of the bad guy vehicles too. I had a bunch of G.I. Joe toys. I don't even know where they came from either because we were dumb poor. But I had a bunch of G.I. Joe toys, which was cool to play with when I was a little kid. And like I said, I love the cartoon too. So it was great having those toys growing up. I don't mention Etch a Sketch. I was never good at drawing stuff, but I had an Etch a Sketch. We always had an Etch a Sketch for some reason in the house. The medium sized ones and the big ones. I don't even know where they came from to tell you the truth, but I play with Etch a Sketch a lot. Well, those are some of the toys that I enjoyed playing with as a youth. Some that I wish I had, some that I didn't have. Let me know what some of your favorite toys was. What do you think about the toys that I listed? Give me a comment or whatever. I'll respond back or whatever. Thank you guys for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. You could have been on anybody else's channel and you decided to watch mine. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in life for 10 minutes or whatever. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Truly helps me out, makes me know that you're watching or whatever. So thank you guys again. Have a good one, and I'll get to y'all on the next one. Later.